Welcome to our last day of our Hunkydory week of webisodes all about Christmas. And today we have a very special set with something different in it.
Right, we have different finishes in this kit. It's called Seasonal Style, silver, gold, copper, and blue foiled finishes.
I don't think we've ever seen that. And the design team has ideas for you, so come play with us. Well, as Gail said, here is Seasonal Style, and there are 145 foil die cuts.
Nice.
Just amazing. The idea sheet, we're going to come back to this in a minute, but just want to let you know that it's there, and just like many of the kits, they just are offering so many more ideas.
With some really unique ways of putting a card together, and that's what I like about that idea sheet.
So looking at the sheets that are foiled, here is blue foiling, and I just don't remember seeing that before.
Isn't it beautiful?
Very pretty.
It's so pretty, blue on blue, and that's just a beautiful look.
And I like, this has got such a different foiling, really that solid foiling. It kind of looks like a cable knit, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. So it's textured foiling on there, and this one's in gold, and I love the sweater, Christmas sweater. That's
very
great.
fun. So you can see that each sheet is a little different. They're all in the seasonal style.
Right, they've really got a mix of artwork. Some is a little bit folksy, some kind of whimsical, and some looks like actual photographs, so it's kind of fun.
And this one, you can make pennants. So they're all ready, and they're scored.
They're scored, ready for you to just fold over and place on a card, make a little banner.
And that's with gold. We've got some Christmas pudding as well, if you want a nostalgic.
And I love the little tags with that. So you can use some of these just as gift tags for presents, which I always thought was great. And I love the frames that you've got. Here's that centerpiece, and then another frame and another frame, and those are great for framing photos on a scrapbook page too.
And we have the wise men. That's very nice.
I just love this. I mean, they usually tell you you can make like 20 cards with this set, but we always know that you can make a lot more because there's so much.
Now, in addition to all of those die cuts, the 145, you are going to get 10 sheets of the adorable scoreable that is foiled, and just walking you through these. These all have foiling on the edge or all over. It just kind of depends what goes best with the art. Yeah, so
wonderful.
This is all over it. Yeah, it's very fun.
I love that, and I love that the borders can be on the left side, on the right, on the top, on the bottom, and there are different ways you can make a card when you have that.
Now the next 10 are without foil, but as you can see, the images match with the die cuts as you would expect. But this just gives you even more options, and I appreciate that.
Something for the inside of your card, or for the cover,
or for another card.
Right. So you can use just little parts or pieces or the whole thing. Make a Z-fold card with that, or an S-fold, whatever.
Okay. So before we get into the projects, we wanted to take another look at the idea sheet and just call out a couple of things. So, Gail?
One of those things is right here. These tiny little presents here, so those aren't die cuts, and I just noticed them as you were going through. Here is the adorable scoreable has this strip. And so for that card, they cut the strip separately, cut out the squares, and built up a few gifts.
Very nice.
So I thought that was a fun look.
Yeah, let's get a little bit closer so we can see that. There you go.
And then it looks like they wrap them with 1/8" ribbon, which is a really cute
or it could just be strips of cardstock.
But there's lots of different ways of doing it.
I think this is interesting, offsetting the layers. That caught my eye.
That's the adorable scoreable in the background that they use to frame with that, which is a great idea. And then,
speaking of framing.
Cutting out a window, so the adorable scoreable back there, you've got your die cuts out in front. How fun is that?
And this is a pop-out card, very neat. I've seen Teresa do that in the DVDs. So
we might have to get out the DVD.
We might have to.
But this is great.
Easel card.
An easel card, simple to do, and remember, just add some of the adorable scoreable on that panel, and then just only glue or foam tape to that bottom panel.
And on the back side, we've got a long one, and this is an example of having that outside frame, removing the middle one, and just going with the artwork, and so that works nicely.
Lots of different ideas here. I really like this one. I think that's pretty unique, and I wanted to show you. Here's what I think was done with that. You can, of course, cover that with adorable scoreable on the front, on the inside, but then you're going to fold that front panel from this corner to this corner. So I went ahead and scored a line there, and now I'm going to fold along that scored line, which is really going to make it like this. So folding along that line makes it just like so. So I've got the side edge of the panel
so
right
it's
along that
twist.
Fold, right, and it makes a little twist. And I would use my scoring tool to make that
Your bone
nice,
folder,
my
yes.
bone folder. There we go. And that's going to make it so that when you attach, you're going to attach to this part of the panel,
right.
and then it's going to lift up like that to create that look.
One other thing I wanted to show you, we'll just get a little closer, is this one, where the front of the card, well, maybe it's not the front of the card now that I see it. So there's the card, but there's a third panel that's acetate.
So I'm thinking they took the acetate piece, they left a little, like a tab on the back, and they folded it over and attached it to the back of that card.
Right.
So that way you open it up, you pop out that acetate panel.
And what I like is that the corners are on it and the center, but the rest of it is that see-through. And I just think that works really, really nicely.
And those are just the die cuts. So anyway, lots of great ideas on the inspiration sheet.
Okay, let's get to some other cards. So here is that blue. Now on the card it showed it as an easel. We've done it just as a regular card, but I like the popping up of that circle.
And you'll notice that we used all three pieces here. The center piece is foam taped. The next level here is glued to the card, and then the last frame is foam taped. So it's sort of opposite of what you might think.
Yeah, so you've got that dimension.
Yeah.
And Christmas blessings and a little ribbon right there, and button from, well, you'll see it in the gallery.
Right, look up the gallery. We have those great buttons and sequins mixes all together from 28 Lilac Lane.
Right.
Beautiful.
Now there, I'm just really captivated by that. And I like what has been done here. So again, the layers. So this is one piece. It's done on the Adorable Scoreable. So we kind of cheat, maybe you would say cheating.
No, I don't think that's cheating.
Okay, well we put the Adorable Scoreable, we cut it apart and we put it on the front of a blank card.
Sure, that's fine.
Because that way it goes further.
Absolutely, but I mean that's what you can do, and that's why you can get so many cards out of this kit. So just a piece of it on the front, and then we foam taped these die cuts, which are all ready to create that beautiful scene. And then when you open it up,
and this one happens to be an easel,
right? And that's another piece of that same Adorable Scoreable piece, and we just put it on the bottom of the card. You don't have to completely cover the inside.
I like the message "Warmest Wishes" works really well, and I do like the velvet ribbon, that velvet glitter ribbon.
Perfect
so pretty
for Christmas, and we have the velvet glitter ribbon pack where you can get every color you need.
And during Christmas, we have just 10 yards of the red velvet all by itself.
Nice.
So that's nice. Now we have an S-fold card, but this is, so it's just going to pop out like so.
Right, so I want to show you a little something about that. So there's an S-fold, and you can do that with cardstock and check the dimensions in the gallery, so it looks just like that. But afterwards, I realized, actually Debbie brought it to my attention, that I could have just totally used the Adorable Scoreable for this and just scored it here, and then you would see this image continuing all the way across, and that's a great way to do it as well.
Yeah, but I do like how the overlapping of those elements. So this great big one overlapping underneath.
Little hint, I totally got that idea right off the inspiration sheet. So that's something that you can do. If you feel like you can't come up with an idea, look at the inspiration sheet.
Or it's 10 minutes before you need it. That works really well too. So in this case, you did a ribbon, whereas in that one they used one of the other die cuts.
Right, and that's so you'd say that's like a 10-minute card.
Yeah.
If that.
And this is "With Love This Christmas" is what it's saying across the top, and "To a Special Couple for Christmas." Now, hard to get that in kind of the other things that we have. I can't think of any message that we've ever had that has that, but the imagery works so well with it.
But that's what I love about Hunkydory. They always have a huge variety of messages, and you've got so many to choose from. You're going to have a bunch of these left over that you can just put on your gift. No problem. I mean, it's true.
Right. So not only do you have all of these goodies, 145 die cuts, the 20 sheets of Adorable Scoreable.
4 different kinds of beautiful finishes.
I was just 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 projects right there. 3 more that we've done, so I think you're set.
Okay.
We want to thank you so much for staying with us for our Hunkydory, our honkin' Hunkydory Christmas week of Webisodes. Yes, you heard it here. And thank you, as always, for being the very best part of Paper Wishes.
Merry Christmas.